100%. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, Brownsville to be exact.
Yes, sir.
I grew up in a place equivalent to a Compton of California, right? But my parents, they always kept my head straight. They kept my mind focused. And around 16 years old, we moved to a place called Delaware, which is 2 hours outside of New York.
Yeah, I know.
Because my mom began seeing the direction I was going in. You know, a mother can do so much, and the streets are there. They're right there. They're right outside of the front door. So she said we had to change environments, and I had no choice. And I moved to Delaware. I spent about 7 years of my life in Delaware, and then while in church, a wonderful woman by the name of Miss Val asked me to be in a play, and I said, "No, I have no desire to be in your play."
Yeah.
And I'm about 21 years old at the time. And every time I tell the story, I tell it like this because I mean it. I feel like she had to have an angel whispering in her ear.
Wow.
Because every time she saw me, she said, "I want you to be in my play. I want you to be in my play."
Yeah.
And finally I caved. She was such a nice lady. I said, "Fine.
Yeah.
I'll do it."
Yeah.
I'm Miss Val.
Yeah.
And I did the play and I fell in love.
Wow.
And it was one line. I had one line. And it was the remake, or her version rather, of The Wizard of Oz. She didn't have the rights of The Wiz, so she called it The Woz. And instead of Dorothy, it was Demetrius. So I was the Was instead of the Wiz. I was the Waz's security guard.
Okay.
And my line was, "Demetrius Franklin, the Was will see you now."
Wow.
And I fell in love, but in hindsight, I realized I didn't fall in love necessarily with the line exactly. I fell in love with the environment. I fell in love with the piece. I fell in love with the people. I fell in love with the process. I felt what I felt like was my calling. I felt free. I was like, this is amazing, because it's the behind the scenes prep of seeing everybody moving and grooving. I felt like I was introduced to a whole new world, a whole new way of life.
Yeah.
And at 21 years old, you know, that's part of your life. That's the part of your life where you start saying, okay, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? I have to make very adult decisions. And I went to my best friend's aunt, who was the most successful person I knew at the time. And she's not in entertainment at all. She's in corporate America. And I said, how does a person become successful? And she said, people look at success as if it's an impossible feat. When in reality, all you have to do to become successful is look at the person in the spot you want to be in life. Find out exactly what they did. Do exactly what they did. And one of three things are going to happen. You'll be exactly where they are. You'll get right below where they are, get very close to where they are, or you'll blow right past them. And then she gave the cherry on top, which is a quote many of us have heard, which is, if you do something you love, you'll never work another day in your life.
Right.
So I took all of that and I put it together. And I said, you know, I just fell in love with this acting thing. And maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. I never considered it. 20 plus years of life, my family had it set out for me to become a sanitation worker in New York.
Wow.
And for those that know about New York City, that is a golden ticket to stability in life forever and ever. Amen. Right? But
retirement pension.
oh, you know the vibe. Yes, sir. My family thought I was crazy. They thought I was insane. You're gonna I literally was hired. I passed everything I needed to pass. I was starting very, very soon. I don't remember the exact, because it's a decade now, but it was very, very soon. But I let it go to chase a dream, a new dream, because I heard God whispering in my ear. Are you gonna trust me? Or are you gonna trust that? And now I'm in the film with the most Oscar nominations of any film ever in the history of the Academy. And
Wow.
I'm immensely happy, grateful, and humbled by the Most High.
Yeah, so that's amazing. That's an amazing story.
Thank you.
I want you to dig in a few minutes to tell us what kind of grit you got or have